Look who it is. What in the world is this? Welcome back to Blue Exodus. On this week's episode, we're helping out a friend, one of Mark's friends. He pulled over to my house and he brought me a 9.8 Nissan 4-stroke. Check it out, here it is. All right, one of his friends said that this thing will not run and she believes that it has a carburetor issue. So we're gonna deep dive into it and figure it out from the beginning. Let's get to it. 9.8 Nissan. It is a 2004, I believe. 2004? Yeah. 04 Nissan 9.8. And it has fuel issues or not getting fuel or carburetor issues. So let's just see if we see anything that's not normal. Okay, so the first thing I'm noticing here is look how corroded this is. This comes from your tank. Here's an inline fuel filter, and the fuel doesn't look that bad actually. And it just comes up, connects right to your fuel line here. So I'm gonna pump the ball and see what it does. Mark, pump that ball for me, please. Oh, it's leaking like crazy. So if this is leaking, then the fuel pump's not staying primed. So I think if we put another one of these on there and tighten it, because this is corroded, it's completely broke. So let's get that off there, put a new hose clamp on it, and maybe this thing will work. I don't know. That's the first thing I found. So this goes into your carb. Let's check the oil real quick. We'll just look at it. Looks like it might need some, but it's not black by any means. So I think the oil's probably pretty good. Let's get a clamp on this and see if we can get it to fire up. Well, that's probably one reason why it was sucking air there. She was crusty and broken. Got our hose clamp on nice and tight. This is a stainless hose clamp. I don't use anything else but stainless. 3/16, so it should hold up a long time. So we took the fuel out of the gas can there and just put it in this bottle. And we wanted to make sure there was no water in there, so we weren't just shooting water into the carb. The owner said the fuel's from November, and now it's June, pretty much. So the fuel should be good. It's non-ethanol, and I'm thinking this thing will fire up, so let's see. Go ahead and hit that primer ball. Let's see what happens. No leakage, no leakage.
Hearing it in the carb.
It's in the carb. It's gonna run, it's gonna run. We haven't seen the famous Colt dog. Hi, bub, how you doing? You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm okay.
All right, let's get some ears on this thing. Water's on. What'd she do? Ooh. Is it, hang on. Is that in gear?
No.
Hang on, let me spin it, make sure it's in gear, or in neutral. It's in neutral. Really hard, huh?
Yeah.
Well, might be something else wrong with it. I think she had a little bit of oil in the cylinders there. So we definitely need to pull it and get all that out and probably add some oil. She wasn't laying on the right side. She was hydrolocked with oil. It wasn't sitting correctly on the ground, I'm assuming, and that's why there's oil in it. But no big issue. We just filled her up with some oil. It needed like a half a quart. It wasn't that much. And now, moment of truth again. Hang in there. Plugs back in, water coming on.
Like the stand.
Yeah. We are in start mode. Got to burn all that oil out of that cylinder. Ah, she died. Let's see if she'll start up without the choke this time. Yeah, it's all right. All right. Let's see if I can get it to idle down. Oh, that's all the way. That's where she idles. It's a little high, I think, but it's not bad. Let's put her in gear and see everything's clear. Forward, reverse. She's running good. Probably could use the impeller. I just think the ears are too loose on it. All right, so definitely that guy right there was the reason why it didn't run. It was smoking pretty bad because it had oil in the cylinder from it not being stored correctly. So I just zip tied the ears on it because the motor is so skinny that the ears don't want to stay on. So it wasn't really, the water pump really wasn't working the greatest, but we're gonna fire it up one more time. And the lady that had this motor was told that the whole motor needs a tune-up for it to be able to run because it's completely, it just needs a bunch of work done to it. The plugs didn't look that bad. They look fairly new. The thing runs great. Can't trust anybody. All right, I want you to pull it this time. First pull. She's running great. I'm gonna go show you the boat it goes on. Check out this little Gnu, a little 13-foot Gnu. We got some work to do with it. We're gonna help the lady out. She wants to be on the water in the summer. You can't blame her. So get this wiring kind of cleaned up and maybe get it strapped along the side of the boat and just try to help her out, you know? That's what we do. Pretty sweet little boat. 13-foot Gnu. I've had many of them. Can't beat them with a stick. They float super skinny, good red fishing machine right here. Flats, whatever. Gonna run her out of fuel and hang her back on the boat. Gonna get her put back on. Yeah, it's probably four strokes heavy, way heavier than a 2. But this is the perfect size motor for this boat. I'd say it probably does 20 something. All right, you gonna rip it or am I gonna rip it? Uh-oh.
You got it?
Yep, you got it now. It's all yours. Bam. Get it as centered as we can. Looks good. She's ready to rip. Ready to go catch some fish. Cool little project here. So Mark's gonna do the wiring tomorrow. And I don't know what's gonna happen next. Who knows? Who knows what he's gonna bring me or call me about. So, hope you guys like this video. I know it's a little different, but I just give them to you like they come to me. So, we'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you guys so much. Peace.